Hello everyone, it's Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown. I have the ladies in the building. How you guys doing?
Fine, thank you.
In the building.
Yo, good morning.
Interesting combination. Yellow and what color is that again?
Green.
Olive? Okay.
Army green.
Okay.
I hope the soldiers don't arrest me.
That's coming. Don't worry.
It's not coming now. It's
not coming.
Oh, like olive green. Well, go ahead. How are you doing, YK?
I'm fine. I came from Lekki today and there was an accident on the road. Terrible accident.
Really?
And
Where? That Lekki Expressway or?
6:30 in the morning. Oro. Causing traffic. So
Terrible.
I don't know why these drivers don't drive normally.
Safely. Let me jump to Nima. Nima, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I've been away for a while. It's my brother's birthday today, my immediate younger brother.
It's always
Ibrahim.
you are greeting.
Don't worry.
There's no way. You will be greeting
Mura,
somebody.
let me use my platform now.
Okay, go ahead.
My immediate younger brother, Ibrahim Iliorihena Akashat.
Right.
Happy birthday.
Oh, Akashat is your own name.
Yes,
So you're not
Akashat is
joining
my
Akashat.
surname.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm not continuing Akashat again.
Akashat is my surname.
I know. I'm just saying, like, Zibiri is supposed to be your surname.
No,
that's not how they do it. I think that's
it's
not how
Akashat that
they do
remains
it.
my surname.
Ah.
I'm even respecting Zibiri's by adding it.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Interesting.
Out of respect.
In fact, I like that kind of thing.
Really?
How are you doing, Auntie?
I'm fine though.
That's not how we do it here.
Yesterday, I had an amazing time.
Ubere.
I can't really talk.
Obere.
But you know, YK, let me explain something to you. I think for everyone that is out there, you're doing something, be the best at what you're doing. The whole world will come and meet you where you are. You know, because, you know, sometimes we're pressured to try to be like other people or try to now do things, the way they said you should do it. You know, if the content is not
what you're
strong
offering,
enough, it cannot attract that resource that we're looking for. As in yesterday, I was just blown away. And I am happy I went.
What blew you away?
Oh, how much life can be very easy.
Oh, yeah. All right. You're talking
You
in
guys want to give us
parables.
details. So.
I can't give you
And I'm still
details.
waiting for the follow-up. Okay.
You want them to arrest me, but I'm just saying that be the best at your craft.
Right.
The world will come
It's
and look for you.
amazing.
Amazing.
Everything is amazing.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, it's
In your
Thursday.
world.
Right, how you
Mura,
doing?
tell us
I'm
something.
great. I'm doing
Tell us
well.
something. You know me, I can see my own.
It's not too amazing.
Tell us something.
I'm actually fine. I'm doing okay. The kids are fine. Tomorrow is the last day of school, hopefully.
That's normal. You're fine. This is amazing.
Let's take a break. YK is just in the mood this morning. Yesterday, you know, you and I went head to head. So don't try me this morning because I'm ready for you.
Oh,
Let's take a
don't
break.
go back to that issue.
When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the newspapers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I think I'm going to need another cup of coffee, so please get it ready. Stand by. The Punch. 2 CBN directors arrested for alleged forex manipulation. 19 billion naira Paris Club scam. EFCC to grill Saraki's aides today. And picture here of the Honorable Governor of Katsina State. Remember him? Yesterday, we talked about him yesterday. He's a gentleman that some guy was going to jail for I think, is it 9 months or 9 years? At the kitchen of Government Girls Secondary School, he's dishing rice for himself. Buhari names Muhammad Ocholi's replacements. 6 Senate approval. Ilaife. Oni condemns police probe as Afenifere visits Sin. We won't disclose Buhari's medical bill, says federal government. Senate suspends Ndume over Saraki Melai saga. Buhari raises panel. President's aide Falano Ezekwesili attacks senators. I won't honor Senate summons, says Sage. And NNPC plans to transmit electricity. We'll talk Sage a bit later. Let's talk about the picture. Nima.
So the governor of Katsina
Can you really zoom inside that?
visited the secondary
You guys need to see that picture.
Senior Girls Secondary School. Zoom in on the picture, please. Senior Girls Secondary School
Yeah.
in Katsina State.
Yes.
And after all the noise that has been running around in Nigeria,
It's Queen's College.
the Queen's College kitchen and what it led to, he conveniently, with a smiling face, served his rice with a tablespoon, and I saw, you know, his people around him smiling admiringly at what he was doing in this state of kitchen.
What would have preferred the governor to do? We should want to see him getting angry. That how can you make the girls' food in this place?
Kind of kitchen? Look at the bowl.
We would have preferred that like angry governor, not you comfortably dishing in that dirty environment.
The sticks that they used to stir the rice
it's
or whatever,
horrible.
All on the floor.
In 2017, they don't have a gas, outdoor cooking gas. They are using firewood.
So are we supposed to be praising the governor for this?
This governor is supposed to be innovative. And it's serving dish.
No, what even baffles me is that do they actually sometimes do these people think we're not sensible, or do they really think in their mind that they are working?
That's why they need proper PR agents, PR companies.
The PR people behind this man should even be sacked immediately.
There's no PR.
You see,
they allow them
to one case. I don't even believe in PR.
Yes,
do the right thing. Because if he has PR, he will now just.
No, this is what the PR is doing. This is what the PR is doing. PR is smiling, he's snapping the picture and getting it on front page.
Not about PR.
All right, let's move on to the nation. But that picture didn't help you, Governor Masari. Trust me, that didn't help you at all. The nation. Sage to senators, you have no power to summon me. Is this nation? It's very light. Yesterday was 80 pages. I wonder why today's pages seem very light.
They used the pages for yesterday. For today.
Because of Tinubu's birthday yesterday, the picture, 85 pages, I think, of pictures. Interesting. EFCC fined $86 million Paris Club refund in NGF's account. Tinubu thrilled by Ambade's scorecard. Okay, let's talk about Sage. This hot.
Okay,
hot
the House
matter.
of Summons have,
House of Senate.
House of Senate, sorry.
I mean, the Senate.
Senate.
Actually.
I know what I was saying. I've summoned, because, you know, these days they're now summoning so many people. So they have summoned again the president of the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Anti-Corruption, Professor Sage, for his own complimentary comments about the National Assembly, saying that, you know, he said that some people are of questionable character in the National Assembly, that he should come and state to them who amongst them is the person of unquestionable character.
And he has said that they cannot legally demand that he comes to
at least I want to ask, do they think that because they are the Senate, they can be summoning anybody, everybody?
No, because that's why, and Sage said specifically, they can only summon 2 people. Now, if they are trying to amend a law or create a law, the officials relating to that particular law can be summoned so they can get clarity. Number 2, if they had already allocated money to a certain ministry or to a government, and it was done to the public, they can now call the person to come and answer questions. Those are the people they can legally summon. You can't just summon a private citizen.
Just be summoning.
Because you are the House of Summons.
Okay. They should summon your view.
I know what you said. No.
They should summon your view, people. They should summon us. We will go.
No, you will go.
I know, we will
go.
They
will bring us with the private jets.
You are talking nonsense.
They should summon. We will give them, we will advise them on the right thing to do. Because
so please,
they are getting power drunk.
Members of the House, summon us.
The painful part is that Alin Dume has been suspended. So it's also
we'll come to the Alin Dume's part. I want to take it in Vanguard.
Okay.
Vanguard, presidency, Senate's face-off gets messier. Senate suspend Ndume for 6 months. Claire Saraki and Melaye. Federal government sets up debt pricing with another $500 million Eurobond for 2016 budget. We can't disclose amount spent. That's on Buhari's health. And Benue Roads, there's plots to disrupt contractors this week. We'll take that in Sun. But let's talk about Ndume.
Now, somebody raised an observation.
Point of.
Right? Yes. This is what we saw.
Please investigate.
Please investigate. Instead of you to take on the issues, you now decide that they want to now go this route. The Senate, Sage's story, all the stories going around, what's his name? Delon Melaye, making a caricature of the Senate, it doesn't make any sense for me. Because I just feel like these people must think that Nigerians, we are, I don't know how to put it. You're not doing your job. You're not even trying to do your job. Then you're not bringing up issues that are, as far as I am concerned, irrelevant to the current situation of Nigeria. So what exactly, on what grounds should we now start to recall these people if all these things is not irritating? Because I feel very irritated right now.
No, I think we should establish the story first.
Yes, exactly. That's what I want to
the story is that they have suspended Ndume because they feel that he shouldn't have broadcast, raise the order or raise the petition.
The Senate, the National Assembly to disrepute by raising that order. Yes,
and they are saying if it's not a member of the public that did it, it's him, the senator that did it, and he made uncomplimentary remarks about the senators. So which is the reason they are now
suspending him. But that's my
question. No, I'm only establishing this story.
Wait, hang in there. Let me finish for you. Then, because they've now cleared Melaye and the other gentleman and Saraki, because of that, they're now saying you're suspended.
The two untouchables. Unfortunately, the National Assembly are not concerned about the important things. The important things is about their reputation. Undume has done them a favor by raising this issue that there is an online story now that is going to bring us to disrepute if it is kept silent, because it was growing and people were believing it. And he has finally brought them to come and answer to those issues, those allegations, and clear those allegations. They should be thanking him. Unfortunately, he's on suspension.
The only question I want to ask is that, so when you are in that body, is it that you are not allowed to even speak? Or it is whatever somebody says that you just accept, then it means that whoever is representing anybody, you are just a figurehead. It means nothing can be done, nothing can be done.
Besides, when you suspend,
those issues are there.
Sorry, when you suspend a senator, like they did for what's the name in the House of Reps, the other honorable, what do you do for his constituency? Because this is a representative kind of government, and you 6 months suspension for that period. That's a long time. Are you not denying the constituency of their representation? Are you going to fill that position for them? What exactly are you going to
do? I think that Undume, he did them a service. He did them a service by, because people were questioning and people were tweeting. So by bringing it out, and he said, look, this is what is going on. And then now they are suspending him. All right, let's
move on to Daily Sun. Presidency seeks truce with Senate. We talked about that already. Oshibajo leads mediation team. Buhari nominates Ocheni Hassan as ministers. 3 notorious kidnappers arrested in Lagos. DSS officer also. Nigeria worse under APC government, says PDP. And Benue roads. There's plots to disturb contractor, says Wike. Wike, you have the Benue story.
Yeah, Wike is saying, he has seen that the road to Benue State is very bad, so he wants to help them, 4 billion, but they are now, and it's going to cost 4 billion, the contractors, everything is in place, but they are now stopping him. Autumn is now stopping him. That's why. Is it because he's incompetent? That he's incompetent. You know what? That in fact, that there have been killings in Benue State. There have been killings in Benue State, and he has not done anything about it. He's not even investigating. When something less than that happened in his own states, some mischievous people in Abuja were saying that they should declare a state of emergency. That he is now saying that they should declare a state of emergency in Benue State.
All right.
I want to say something quickly, Mariah. The reason we will not go further in governance or whatever is because of things like this. When somebody wants to do their job, because of the seemingly exposure that it will bring to people that are incompetent, they will not let you do your work.
All right.
I'm just saying going forward. Yeah, I mean, Nigerians, we need to be smart.
So going forward, maybe we need more female women, because women seem to be more...
It's not about women or men.
Hang in there. Let me make a point. There are some women who, we don't go ego tripping. Let us resolve the issue. We actually can multitask. We can be able to take each issue on its own credit and resolve them. But because of these ego issues, the government is going to be distracted, not focusing on what he's supposed to be doing, and the people will suffer the most. So maybe we need more women in governance.
Yeah, he said that people are suffering.
Okay, our final paper this day, let's just talk about it. Federal government constitutes panel on executive, Senate route to avert inaction on ministerial nominees. Nigeria consolidates $500 million Eurobond with $1 billion issue. And federal government to pay first tranche of $5.1 billion cash. Calls debts to IOCs in April. All right, that's all we can take on front page review. When we return, it's Thursday. We're talking family. And we asked today, what value should be placed on virginity? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Virginity is a state we understand and know that culture is obsessed over. Growing up, a woman's virginity was such a big deal, and a high value was placed on it. From time immemorial, a woman's virginity has been seen as one of her most prized possessions, and a certain respect was accorded to any woman who married as a virgin. Now, modernization is here. It came a new school of thought which places value on women's virginity. So we ask, what value should we still place on virginity? Give us a call on 070-80668014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. Now, we understand the part of culture, and that is definitely key, and the part of religion. But the reason why this is coming to the fore today is because there are a lot of marriages today that are having this issue being a major problem in their marriage, either because of inexperience on both sides of the coin, or on maybe one party is inexperienced and is having people are having issues within this area. So we ask today, do we still place that kind of virginity, that kind of value on a woman or a man waiting till they get married?
Okay, while growing up as a Muslim child, I got aware of my faith, much more aware of my faith, and decided to obey the religion in 99, and I knew I had to remain a virgin Islamically. But I remember my mom's always culturally drumming it in that it's very important for the family integrity that you girls, we are 4 girls, marry as virgins, you know, to give your family respect. These are the kind of things that, you know, you get. You will never be looked down upon, you'll never be talked down on, and all that and all that. Like sort of at the back of my mind believed it. Marrying a virgin, usually my sisters, they brought this, what they call how do they put it in Yoruba, eribale, for my parents. And I saw how excited it got my mom. When I got married, my in-laws now delayed mine. I think it was almost a 4-month period.
Why?
I don't know why. And I didn't even act on it. Because I just felt, okay, I fulfilled God's injunction to marry a chaste woman, and I think I'd gotten over it. I'd gone all the way to law school, and then she started calling every day, and then she got my dad to call me that come. She won't buy one lane. Exactly how did they meet you? If you know how insulted I felt, that's when I knew what all she had been saying. The moment someone had to ask me that, where is your own token? Why didn't they meet you properly? This will raise those kind of questions. When it concerns a woman's morality and chastity, it brings you down. Especially
really, that's
how I knew the value of what she had been saying.
That's probably because of how the environment you grew up in, and that's how you were brought up. But there are some people that they don't really care. Give me the token, not token. Doesn't define who I am as a woman. But the value I'm bringing to marriage is beyond that. So there's a part of, okay, yes, you've done something before you got married, and God has forgiven you, and you've moved on, and believe right now, you believe you're chaste, using your word. Suddenly, but because of culture, religion, you're still condemned. In your heart, you feel renewed. You feel like, yes, I'm still who I am. But everybody's condemning you because it's against our culture. So is this still relevant today, pretty much? That's really what we're saying. Let me let Waike jump in.
I think it's an individual choice.
Okay.
I don't think a woman is any less for marrying a virgin or not. It's an individual, it's how you feel as a woman. I don't look at any woman who is not a virgin. Yes. I wasn't a virgin when I married, well, but I did get married, you know. I don't look down on women who are virgins. In fact, I admire women. Ability. Yeah, the ability to remain so. I mean, some remain till 31, 35, until they actually find a man. They have to be admired. That doesn't mean the ones who in the fall by the wayside, we that fall by the wayside are not women to be admired in our own rights. Sure. I have no, but the advice that I have for the ones who choose to remain chaste is make sure that your husband does the right thing by you when you get there.
How would you know?
You have to know.
You don't know. How would you know? You don't know.
She said the same thing to me this morning.
But, for me,
but you wouldn't know if you're getting it right or not. You wouldn't know because you never know.
I really don't care.
It's okay.
As long as I'm doing
you
it.
must care.
I'm doing it
It
under
causes
the
back
confines
pain.
of my marriage. Which back pain?
Right. Let me come to
It causes back pain later in life. You will just see that your back will just do back.
I just
Like
want
that
to
you
fulfill
reach
my injunctions
40.
of my creator.
Why is my back always paining? Is because of that thing.
Let me come to you.
There's a lot we cannot talk about.
Yes. Please choose your words
I
carefully.
love the fact that YK is saying that it's a personal thing, and I totally agree with her. So if someone decides now to stay away and abstain, right? I think it takes someone with a high level of discipline. So what I am faced with now, because as you know, at my social work I do, when I go to secondary schools to talk to young girls, what I am faced with is, because X is doing it wrong, you now look down on the people that are doing it right. So you find that a lot of young girls right now in the society, they are going about to have relationships, sexual intercourse with boys just because of the stigma of being called, which is supposed to have been the other way around. But now they are feeling like they are being marginalized. They're feeling like I'm being stigmatized. I don't want anybody to look at me like I don't know what's up and all that. So you find younger girls now, they don't even understand the importance and the value placed on their virginity. So they just give it out to anybody. That is what is happening now. Just because they don't want to be called that, you know, that word that they are virgins. And that is where I have a problem. Because right now we are, the society, our morals generally, not just even in terms of issues of what's it called, intercourse and all that. Generally, our morals are so somehow warped that when you decide to do the right thing, you are now looked at as an alien.
Now, let me come to you, but go back to Uwa. Does this now take us back to the parenting issue? Because a boy is grown up, is brought up to say, you're a man. You can do what you want to do. You can be with as many women as possible. That's what men do. A woman is supposed to keep yourself. Now that imbalance, we now grow up.
Thank you for bringing that.
They are there all around experimenting with every woman, and you're the only one that's not been experimented with. So that imbalance of training is making.
I love what you said, and that's why I tell people. For me, I'm not about going to, because I see a lot of causes. I appreciate them and I respect them. They're doing great. Focusing on the girl child, the woman, the girl child. And I'm telling you that this thing that you're doing, you're creating a big gap. So tomorrow you're raising this boy to go about gallivanting and hopping everywhere, and you don't leave this girl and say, no, please keep yourself, stay in one place. I think in terms of virginity, it should be both ways. Yes. If I'm not going to go and mess around, you also as a guy, you should not mess around. So you meet me, we meet at a very clean slate. Yes. You know, and we learn together. Because the truth is that in the act of loving, it is learning. Yes. You will learn.
Can I say something? You see, like I said, it's a matter of choice. I have a nephew who has decided to remain, I don't know whether I can call it chaste.
Just say virgin, it's okay.
Till he gets married.
A man.
A man.
He's lying to you.
He's not.
More I know it's possible.
Really? How old is he now?
I don't want him to. I mean, I don't think he watches the program.
He was a range.
He's about 21.
Okay, yeah, that one is young.
He's still young.
That's believable. That's okay.
And you know, we had this guy on the show, Bello. That the one that said Godwin, Korede Bello, who said he was 1-2. So for me, it's a matter of choice if the man decides to remain, you know. But sometimes for men, it's that experience that makes them, when they meet their virgin wives, be more knowledgeable as to what to do. Let me finish. Let me finish. Women and men are made differently. Okay. A woman receives, a man gives.
So women give.
Give what?
Let me pause. You have a very long distance call. Morning, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Hello.
Morning from Zaria. Go ahead, please. Thanks for calling.
Good morning, ma.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to contribute. Hello.
We can hear you, Rinda. Go ahead, please.
Yes. This is an interesting topic. First time caller.
Welcome to the show.
The truth is that being a virgin as a lady is very, very good.
What of a guy?
Aha.
Are you there?
Say what of a guy?
I think we lost him.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let me.
Where was he calling from?
From Kaduna.
Zaria.
To find a woman who can, get into not this young age of 18-year-old virgins, but because these days women have to go through school and it takes time. It's no longer like our mothers who were able to marry as virgins because they married early. But most of us now have to go through school, spend years. If you can remain a virgin, it says a lot about your character.
Thank you.
It means that you can, you have scored, you can, scale peer pressure, scale a lot of other, what will I call them? Vices in the society. It makes you a strong woman. And it's one thing that is important is that virginity it secures the sanctity of the home.
Okay, let me pause you. Let me pause you for a second. Let me take Sulaiman from Okota. Sulaiman, are you there?
Yeah, good morning, ladies.
Morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Deserve a credit, and God will uphold them very well. Those that have already, it's not as if those ones that have already gone outside the way, you understand, by maybe getting this virgin, they are not valued. They are valued. It's just about repentance. Yes. So that is all I can contribute.
Thank you very much. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, YK, you're going to say something?
Yeah, because of the last caller. I don't like the idea that they discredit women who choose to have sex before marriage. I can decide to have sex with my partner or boyfriend, thinking that he will marry me, and then he now breaks my heart. And then, so does that make me a bad person?
No.
Now, what I was going to say is, I know this girl. She was going out with somebody, and she was a virgin. Then she had another boyfriend. They were in England together. And that guy said they did everything under the sun except because she says, I have to remain a virgin.
Except stop scoring the goal.
For my boyfriend. Now, does that make her a chaste woman?
Thank you. That's the question.
You know, so chastity and
it's relative.
It's relative.
Thank you. You took the word out of my mouth, because what happens now is that we have a lot of people doing so many things. Then when it's time for marriage, it is virgin you're looking for. They will come and they will stand and they would, of course, they will pass your test. But Mariah, what we should be focused on, it is the state of the person's mind. Because some people, Mariah, they sat down by their houses, they were raped.
Exactly.
Would you now say that they do not deserve to find love, they do not deserve to find a husband? Or would you say that because sometimes
they've been devalued?
You know, would you now say that? Is it of their own making? Even some people in sports, some kind of rigorous sports that you do as a woman, the hymen will break.
Example is horse riding.
You understand? So what exactly is the definition? So, you know, there is also clarity, as in the purity of the mind, which is most important. Because some people, they are there, their mind is just, you know,
it's as dirty as
let me take this call. I think I have a call from Sam. Thanks for calling. Musa, morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Musa. I'm calling from Kaduna.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much.
Today is Kaduna Day.
The issue of virginity is a virtue. It's a spiritual virtue that we can't measure. It has its benefits. It has medical benefits. It even has social benefits. Even though it's intriguing that the present society we find ourselves can challenge why other people should remain that. I think people who rather maybe feel sorry that they could not uphold that virtue are castigating those who are virgins. But be it as it may, I think it's a very good virtue. We should try to encourage it. Time will fail us in this program to give the deep benefits. However, we all appreciate that it's a virtue. Please, we should encourage as many as people we can meet or that could sustain that. Please, we should encourage. And those who maybe by default are not virgins, I don't think we should castigate and equally brand them as immorals.
Thank you very much, Musa.
Okay, the intention is to encourage it. That's the intention of the show. Yeah. It's also the intention that, you know, there's something called women who, like Uwa said, who lost their virginity by no choice of theirs. Yeah. And even if it was their choice, it's something that they regret. Yeah. So the intention on this show is to encourage chastity, everybody, generally, morality, and
let's not judge those who
and not to judge those who found themselves. I have friends who grew up together, best friends who we grew up together, who at some point they will call me and say, okay, I don't know how it happened, but this is, and they will confess to me. But because I was from my auntie used to call sheltered lifestyle. My parents protected us. My father was concerned about where you went. It was easier because, you know, I had the first contact of someone to talk to. But if you had a friend from a broken home, who would that person be talking to? Who would advise and, you know, guide the person properly? So it just doesn't happen. It's not an easy thing to achieve. It's something that, you know, with proper parenting, it might be successful. Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted to say that I think...
Okay. I have a call. Victoria, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, please.
I think the issue of virginity is a choice. By the way, I like that woman on red gown. She looks so elegant, on low cost.
All right. Go ahead. Thanks.
So the issue now is that virginity is a personal choice. It's the prerogative of a woman. It's just like a hair. If you want to keep your hair low cost, you can decide to keep your hair low cost. If you want to braid your hair, you can decide to braid your hair. It has nothing to do with religion, culture, and all that. And by the way, using virginity as a yardstick to determine a wife's material is very insulting. It's an insult on the intelligence. There is more to a woman than what is in between her thighs. Do you understand?
Okay, thanks for your view, Victoria. Yes.
I think for me, going back to the basics, I would say that parents, you know, you need to be your children's best friends. Because, especially because I'm very concerned about the younger generation we're breeding. A lot of them are put on so much pressure that they want to impress, you know, people at the detriment of even their own health. So you see people, girls, boys do all sorts of things because they want to please somebody. So I think parents should go back to the basics, be your children's friends. And I want to say that, yes, we are not here to castigate, but there are some people that have chosen to go left. If you want to go left by yourself. You don't need to now make it look like what you're doing is right. And rub it in the faces of people. Because some people have the capacity, the willpower to say no. Some people don't. There are some people that are in between. So if you at least allow them, do your own and stay on your lane. You know, like my uncle would say, stay on your lane, I stay on my lane. I think it will help the society get better.
In situations where somebody marries virgin and they're having issues in their own marriage in that area because they're inexperienced, and maybe the husband too is equally inexperienced, and it's not so inexperienced, but the idea is that they have that regret that maybe if I had gotten a bit of it, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying another view, maybe if I had been more experienced before, I would know exactly what to do, because they have that frustration going on within their marriage. I mean, that's another angle to look at it from.
It would happen. It can happen.
Yeah.
That is why I believe sexual education is very important. Key. It's very important for young people. And as much as I think it's admirable to be a virgin when you get married, to me it's not the be-all and end-all of life. I think it's a matter of choice, and nobody should judge anybody. In the eyes of God, we are all equal. True. And I think we should always remember that I will not judge the one that is a virgin, and I will not judge the one that is not a virgin. My child chose to remain a virgin, not by my own doing, by her own choice.
Okay, let me take this call. Sunday, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
First timer.
First timer.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the topic you are discussing today about this issue of virginity. I think women should really encourage virginity. It shouldn't be an issue of choice, because when you meet a woman who is a virgin, you place a serious price on her, and then you value her, you cherish her. But when you meet a woman who has messed up her life, you discover that the way you price her will be different from the way you buy somebody who
Is she a commodity?
mess up her life.
Is she a commodity?
How do they even know?
I want to say something. See, I know someone that actually got married to a street worker,
a night crawler.
A night, you know, the people that stand by the roadside. And the way he places love and respect for that woman. I think men, you need to get something right. You need to respect and love a woman, regardless of where she's coming from. If you understand the true nature of God, Auntie, God is love, regardless of where you're coming from. So who gives you the right to say somebody is not deserving of respect and love and value? Who are you to say that? I mean, it is very, very sickening sometimes when I hear some men, the way they talk. And you do, some of them, what you do is even worse. There are some people that their heart is so wicked. It is worse than the so-called virginity that we're talking about. I want to say that even in marriages, it is no guarantee that the husband will love and respect you, even if you are a virgin. So what is, of what point is it? We need to get...
let me just say this one, please, I beg you. It is what they have here.
Yes,
and here
that shows
that is important, not here.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. However, it's important that we also reiterate the importance of a young girl, because young girls out there feel pressured to go left. Right? So it is key that we also reiterate that the young girl who is able to keep herself shows discipline, shows that sense of responsibility. You know, but it shouldn't be the yardstick to judge her character in marriage.
I was talking to a sex therapist because people are talking about, okay, if both of you are inexperienced to get married, there are sex therapists. There's a course called sexology or something. Now, let me tell you something. She was saying that there is going to get to a point, because you know, these Chinese people, they are doing a lot of research on that topic. It will get to a point you sit down in your house by yourself, only you close your eyes, and things will be happening. So what are we saying? It's not about physically indulging in the act. It is also what goes on in your mind.
I want to know that Chinese.
Go on, like Google it. Google is your friend. Let me take Obiora. Obiora, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Okay, please, let me just say that we are living in a world where we want to turn things upside down.
Okay.
I was just reading over the internet the other day where a school just recommended an appropriate prom wear, and everybody and the school authority were so criticized that they had to take it back. What am I trying to say? Virginity is a virtue and should be appreciated. But, it's not to say that we should crucify those that are not virgins. But virginity is a virtue. Let's accept that.
We've accepted.
We totally accept it.
Very important.
Very correct. Let me show you my own experience. I mean, when I was graduating from high school back in the US, and everybody in my set that was 16. It was prom night. Everybody, because when he said prom, it reminded me. Everyone was like, who are you going to be? Who are you going to be in bed with on prom night? That was the big gist around.
Thank you. And that's what happens.
I'm a Nigerian girl, and I'm wondering, who am I? Of course not, because I had that kind of discipline from home. But the conversation around was, so who, after the prom, who are you going on with? Where you guys going to? Which motel are you going to? And that conversation is coming to Nigeria as we speak right now. A lot of young girls, it's here already. A lot of young 16-year-olds are already having that pressure. So it goes back to parenting. Everything goes back to parenting, not just one-sided parenting, but both parties, boy and girl, so that even as they grow up, when they get to that point of 16, they have enough discipline to say, you know what, I'll wait.
I heard something very shocking.
When Uwa cited the example of the Chinese, it got me thinking, and I was wondering, why do we, God forbid, why did we, have to think of this? Or why do we value virginity? It's all about the home, the family. You don't want to have children. You see, the white people that have gone all this way, doing all these things, they now resort to DNA to know whose child they are raising.
Yes,
you see, we didn't have to worry about this kind of things those days.
You came inside the virgin.
We didn't bother. We didn't have to search. We don't have to Google. We just had families and we're sure about what we had.
All right, let's take a break.
It's not a virgin of the body, it's virgin of the mind too.
All of the
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll round up this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Yes, thanks for staying with us. Let's have some tweets. Yes, YK.
I'll read some tweets before I say what I had to say. Sukomi Akinjere says, Mommy, Adianikuti, you really make sense on point. Timashem says, bride price is to be paid on a virgin. Any woman who has to be deflowered before marriage has no right to bride price. Efete says, bruise themselves to appear chaste. Funny, it didn't stop men marrying extra wives. Taurik's rule, okay. I'll take the last one. If you want to be a virgin till you get married, please do yourself alone. If you're a religious person, keep it for your God alone.
Momodu Aliku says, my wife and was a virgin and I was a virgin too when we met in 1978. Wow. Yet nobody taught us how to do the thing. Then Adeolun says, virginity is a spiritual virtue, God-given, to be protected by culture, social, and parenting. Then he says, Sayer says, of what value? Natalie Dalens in the US sold her virginity in September 2008 for $3.7 million. Then Zeal says, those days virgins had pride. Today, a girl boldly comes pleading for sex. Sexual demons are on the rage. Oh. It's deep.
Can I just say what I was going to say? While we are saying the girls should be virgins, which I totally agree with, because if I say otherwise, my daughter was, we have to talk about the boys. Because who convinces the girls? It's the boys. So if we start to talk to our sons, please come, this sex before marriage, don't do it, you know? Because this, my nephew I'm talking about, his girlfriend is a virgin, so both of them have decided
to keep themselves.
So the guy is respecting the girl.
Yeah. Okay. Let me follow up with what YK said. Growing up, my aunt used to say, a woman is a door. If the doors were shut, the guys still will remain virgins. Don't let any guy come and lure you to one place and say, no, I don't want an inexperienced girl. So you want to gain the experience before you marry. Like the tweet Uwa took, you would learn in marriage. It's something you learn over time and you have the right partner to learn within the confines of marriage. So close your door, remain a virgin. It is a virtue. Whether or not your peers are saying no, whether or not the world is becoming 21st century, these things are important to secure the sanctity of marriage and home.
That's very profound, because if you close your doors, nobody's going to come in. Yeah. So if everybody chooses to close the door, the men,
eventually they will close their doors.
Robbers.
No, that's rape. That's rape and it's prosecuted.
If you close your doors,
in fact,
close your door, armed robber will enter. I mean, you don't close your door. Do you invite armed robber into your house?
But that's rape, YK.
That's rape, YK.
No. I was on a social work one day, and a young girl came to us, and she told us that at age she was 11. She started watching pornography at age 9, and her older brother would watch it, so she would sneak later. He was 13, right, and she was 9, and she is now 11, and she's already addicted to pornography. That kind of a person, that the mind has been fed with all forms of sexual immorality, how would you place the person?
Where did the 13-year-old first, in the first place, get
wrong? That's what I'm saying.
It's parenting.
So I'm taking it back. Whatever it is, like my children, you know, when we're watching a movie and the people are kissing, you know all those times you say, cover your eye, don't do that. Let them appreciate it, let them love, but you tell them there is always a time. You know, it is important that somebody takes responsibility. Yeah. I am teaching children how to take responsibility for their decisions. So tomorrow you will not say, oh, this person, you are not going to put it and hang it on somebody else. It is my decision and I'm going to stand by it. Exactly. I think we should start raising children that can stand by their
decisions. Let me take this call from John. John, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Hello?
Morning.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for this show. I think I want to contribute a little.
Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay. You see, coming about this issue of a virgin. Can you hear me?
Very clearly.
Very well.
Okay. You see, it's very good for a female child to be a virgin, but all this problem of virgin or somebody, losing her virginity, it depends on the parent in one way. Because most parents don't even have time for their children. And it's very vital, very necessary, because children will come home in the midnight, parents will just look up, don't know where she's coming from. Some girls, teenage girls, who are supposed to be with their parents, we see them in some short wear that will attract men. The parents will just ignore those things. Those are one of the reasons why you see that we have so many girls who lost their virginity. Not that they want to lose it, but because they don't have
I love you for saying
thank you,
this.
Mr. John.
I just want to add, you know, I don't want to contradict. I want to add to what you're saying, because when you mentioned the girl, it is important for the girl. I think we've said it in different ways.
Yes.
In more than 10 times here, that it goes both ways. Stop raising children and just feeling that it is only the girl that deserves to be a virgin, to stay clean until she's married. Why can't we raise both boys and girls to have the same mindset?
I don't like that word clean.
Sorry,
I would prefer chaste.
Chaste.
Can I just take some tweets, please? Folarin, the question should be, do men still value virgins? MW Pearl says, if you want to keep your virginity, fine. If not, fine. Either both ways doesn't make you less of being human.
Okay, I don't want to...
Taurix rule says, you don't need a man's opinion on your virginity to validate you.
Exactly. That was the point I was going to make. That
yeah.
When you say, do men still value, it's not about the man. It's you
exactly
valuing on yourself.
Exactly.
Because virginity is important because it shows discipline, as we said it several times. But let it not be the benchmark you use to judge a woman who's just enough to be called a wife. But before we go, I think one thing we need to leave with is the fact that both boys and girls need to be taught how to be able to preserve themselves, not get involved in sexual relations until they are prepared to take responsibility for whatever happens. Because yes, marriage is key, but if you get pregnant before marriage, you better be ready to take that responsibility of the child.
Get HIV.
If you get HIV, you better be ready to take responsibility of that. So the point is that don't get into it until you're ready to take the responsibility of the consequences of that act.
And teach our boy children to respect the female.
Yes.
It's very important. It is that lack of respect that, because you are a boy, you can't do anything. Hey,
and
guy.
That's why the focus is always on the girl, because your parents, as parents, you should be telling your daughters that don't let one guy deceive you. Value yourself. You know, carry yourself with.
Tell the boy to don't go and deceive any girl either.
I have so much confidence when I got married. I felt like I was the most valuable thing. What you are getting, you know,
yes, that is
very important.
That is one, self-love. For boy, girl, if you love yourself, there are certain things you will not do to your body. Yeah, exactly. That's number one. Number two, you should love people unconditionally. You should not attach something to because of this. That is why I love the person. Because when that thing is not there anymore, you will not find any reason. Exactly. So just love people because you feel like loving somebody, not because somebody is a virgin or something.
We have to run off, but there's something that we are touching on, which I want to hop on a little bit. Listen, sex is out there. The pictures, the pornography is out there. So telling your children to cover their eyes is not going to solve the problem. Explaining it to them is the best option. Okay, you've seen this person. This is a man and a woman. They do this together, but it's only for married people or for when you're an adult. There's a time for this kind of things. Once you explain to the child, when they go outside and somebody's saying them, now, they have the information that no, it's until after marriage. But if you say close your eyes,
sorry, I'm sorry.
They get curious. We have to run, unfortunately, we can't take that space. So that's all we can take on the show.
I will read it to you after.
Have a lovely day. Hope you learned something. Young girls, I hope you learned quite a bit today. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Let me read this tweet.
Yes.